Welcome everybody, Film Fan 108 here, and welcome to my Blu-ray pickups video. And I wanted to wish each and every one of you a very happy New Year's. I hope you had some cool New Year's resolutions, and at least one of them including buying some cool physical media for the year of 2018. I know that's always at least one of my resolutions, but before I can look ahead to what is coming up in 2018, I have to show you guys what I picked up for December of 2017, the final month of the year, and I picked up some pretty cool physical media to show you guys. So let's get started, shall we, with the first title to show you guys, and that is The Lore. You can look at that nice, cool cover right there. Yeah, very cool. And actually, this was supposed to be part of the November pickups. And what happened was is that a friend borrowed it, and I didn't get it back in time by the time I had filmed that pickup video. So it ended up being a part of the December pickups. And this is such a great title, guys. Honestly, it's such kind of like a fever dream almost, this title. And basically what this movie is about is basically these two sisters who are mermaids, and basically they come ashore to visit somebody, and the nightclub manager basically is like, these are gorgeous girls and they can sing, and I want them part of my act, and we're going to force them to stay on the mainland. And basically these two girls sort of deal with uh, fame, stardom, love, tragedy, everything like that. It is a foreign movie, so there are subtitles to it, but the colors are amazing in it. The acting is fantastic. And I was so happy that this got a Criterion release, because this is a movie that is fit for Criterion. Honestly, it really is. And I've actually been in contact with the director of this movie through Facebook, and she's an incredibly nice woman, really accommodating to the fans, and just somebody who I can't wait to see what she does next. This is a movie that I don't think not a lot of you know about. I really don't. And so I think, to be honest with you, that this is a type of movie that I think you guys really should sort of check out if you get the chance. I really do sort of think it's really a phenomenal movie. That's, of course, if you like subtitles and if you don't mind foreign movies like I do. I really enjoyed this movie. It was absolutely phenomenal. And this actually comes with a lot of great stuff with it. It comes with a booklet on the making of the movie. It comes with an audio commentary. It comes with two short films from the director. It comes with a making of, interviews, a lot of great stuff. Honestly, guys, I'm very serious. This is a wonderful, wonderful movie, and it's one you guys really, really have to check out. I'm serious. I was so in love with this movie, and it's one that I wanted to check out for a long time. Definitely, definitely give it a chance. Next time Criterion has a sale, go out of your way to pick it up. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed with it. That is The Lore. And the next release that I picked up, I was really excited. I loved this movie when I was growing up, and they had re-released it in anticipation for the sequel, and that was Jumanji. And this is the Steelbook edition that came out at Best Buy, and if you could see that, yeah, that's a really nice steelbook right there. I really like that steelbook, just like the board game, actually. And if you open it up and take out the whole thing there, it actually looks like the uh, the board game inside, actually. If I can show you guys, actually, yeah, if you look, actually, it looks right like the board game. Yeah, it's actually really cool. And this is a great release. And I really love this movie, guys. I really do. I remember growing up and watching it, and it's just one of those movies that is just a really, really fun film to watch. It honestly is. And I remember sort of back in the day because, there's certain Robin Williams classics that you love. Movies like Mrs. Doubtfire, movies like Aladdin that he played the genie in, Jumanji. Movies like this are so fantastic, and I love the adventure aspect of this. I love the board game aspect of it. I think Robin Williams does a fantastic job in the movie. I think that Kirsten Dunst playing a very young, when she was very young, she's great in the movie. I believe Bonnie Hunt is in the movie. She does a great job in it. Yeah, it's such a wonderful movie, and it's such a family-friendly, kid-friendly movie. And it was anticipation for Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, which I did a movie review for, and it's on the channel if you want to check it out. And I don't think anything's ever going to touch this movie as far as just being a classic, because it's so awesome. It's so fantastic of a movie, guys. But I just really love it, and this has actually all the old special features on it, audio commentary, all that jazz. It plus also has brand new features, like it has deleted scenes and extended scenes that we had never seen before. It's such a great release, and I love this steelbook. And honestly, guys, I don't usually pick up steelbooks a lot of times. I'm not a big steelbook fan. But I just love the design of this, and it was just too good to pass up. Honestly, the steelbook looks gorgeous. Like I said, yeah, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous steelbook, and I couldn't pass it up. Jumanji, guys, definitely pick it up if you haven't. I'm sure they still got copies at Best Buy. And the next movie I picked up, I am a huge fan of this movie, and when it went on sale, I had to pick it up. I did. And that is Nightbreed, the Cabal Cut. And I know, look, I'm not going to lie, guys. I paid $50 for this. And I'm a huge fan of Nightbreed. I own the Scream Factory deluxe edition that has the theatrical cut and the director's cut. I have that. And when this went on sale the first time and they only had a certain amount of copies and they all sold out, I was pissed. I was mad. I was like, oh God, I didn't get a copy, and damn it. I was fuming. And then I thought to myself, I said, okay, well, if I miss out on it, I miss out on it, whatever. Then they somehow found more copies, or, they were holding back more copies or something, and they put more on sale. And I had to grab it. I had to snatch it up. And it's just the standard edition. It's not the edition that has the posters and the slipcover and everything. That was I think it was close to $200, I think. I couldn't spend that much money, guys. I couldn't. I could justify spending $50 for this, but honestly, I couldn't see spending any more. And I just love this movie. Basically, this movie is about the character of, I believe, Boone. Is it? Yeah, I believe. And the idea that he feels like he doesn't belong in the world. Like, he's having these vivid dreams and nightmares of these creatures, and he's just feeling out of place. And basically, his therapist, his doctor, basically is trying to set him up as a killer, because the doctor is actually a killer himself, and he's setting him up to take the fall. and he basically runs away, and he runs away and meets up with these creatures that are part of this underground sort of monster cult, I would guess it is. And basically they're all underground trying to survive, and Boone is part of this sort of prophecy, and it's a whole interesting sort of dynamic that goes from there. The movie's incredible. The creature effects are amazing. Clive Barker, who directs this, did a phenomenal job with the movie. Everybody does a great job with this film. All the actors, Doug Bradley, everybody, just really top-notch work. I can't say enough about this movie, how much I really do love this movie, guys. I love this movie so, so much. And as far as the Cabal cut is concerned, the extended cut, yes, you do have the VHS footage in here, and you do have a lot of stuff, and they did do their best with assembling all this stuff. It's still jarring when you go from Blu-ray footage to VHS footage. It's very jarring, but I'm happy to have this. I really did like the extended cut. Do I think it's the best version of the movie? I personally prefer the director's cut, but I really did enjoy this movie, and as a fan of it, I just kind of wanted it. You know what I mean? I wanted all of the additions of this movie right now, and I'm sure down the line they're going to release another version or something. It's, make more money. They're probably going to do it. But this is still, for a regular edition, has some really cool stuff in it. It has a video introduction. It has two audio commentaries, one by the restoration producer and the Cabal Cut editor, the other by the Occupy Midian founders who are on Facebook. And the commentaries are incredibly fascinating too. If you guys have the time to watch this movie and really love it like I do, try to find yourself a copy. It's on eBay now. People are really paying an exorbitant amount of money for this release. I think they probably shouldn't. I think this edition, if people are not greedy, they should sell this movie for at least like $50, if maybe a little less. But people are skyrocketing to like 150 or something. So just know, guys, that you're going to pay a hefty amount for this if you're finding it anywhere, but if you can find it for a good price, buy it. I love myself Nightbreed. I really do. I'm a big fan. And the next release, Vinegar Syndrome released, and I was such a huge fan of it back in the day. I had to pick it up. It's a Clint Howard classic, and that is The Ice Cream Man. And if you look at that slipcover right there, and unfortunately, the other cover only has sort of the Ice Cream Man cover here that's basically on the slip. They don't have the original art on it, and I don't understand why they don't. I wish they did. I tried contacting Vinegar Syndrome, and no one ever got back to me. So I'm hoping down the line maybe they'll release the other art and you can just pick it up by Vinegar Syndrome. That's what I'm hoping. But this is a cult classic, guys. Clearly it's a cult classic. It's got Clint Howard in here. It's got Olivia Hussey. It's got David Naughton, Jan Michael Vincent. And basically it's about Clint Howard, who is the local ice cream guy. He's a local ice cream vendor, and he's nice, but don't wrong him. Don't piss him off, because he'll kill you in incredible and corny ways. It really is, guys. It's so cheesy. It's 90s cheese. And I love me 80s cheese. And 90s cheese is not as good as 80s cheese, I'll be honest. But 90s cheese is still so good. And a lot of these like direct-to-video titles back in the day were so cool. And I just remember going to Blockbuster back in the day and just like sifting through all this straight-to-DVD stuff. And it was so cool to kind of just find all these hidden gems. And the Ice Cream Man is one of these cool little gems. And I never thought that this was ever going to get released on Blu-ray. It just never even crossed my mind that it was ever going to be given kind of a high-profile collector's edition release. But it's so cool. And Vinegar Syndrome honestly did an awesome job with this title, guys. They really did. Basically, it's a new scan in 2K. It looks fantastic. A commentary track from the director. Actually Ice Cream Man Monster Vision Summer School Edition with Joe Bob Briggs and Clint Howard. That's a ball to watch. Interview with Clint Howard, interview with the director, interview with the producer, the cool slipcover, like I said, right here. It looks awesome. Guys, I think they still have some left over at Vinegar Syndrome for this title. If you guys haven't picked it up, go ahead and do it, guys. This is such a cool movie, man. Like I said, corny, but I'm all about the corny movies. I really am. As much as I love the high-profile, big theatrical movies, I love the corny releases. And this is so good, guys. Honestly, give it a chance. If you're like me and love sort of the cheesy stuff, you guys are going to adore this movie, The Ice Cream Man by Vinegar Syndrome. Great company. I love what they're doing. And I hope they release more kind of cool stuff from the 90s like this. Here's the hoping. So yes, The Ice Cream Man. And the next title I picked up, I was really excited by because I'm a huge fan of the TV show. And I wasn't able to get Showtime, but I waited until the Blu-ray came out and I was really excited. And that is Twin Peaks, a limited event series. And this is such a cool release of this. And as you can see, you got right there. And if you open it up, it's got him also right there as well. And also the back has Laura Palmer right there. Very nice as well. And actually, if you open this sucker up even more, it's got some really cool stuff in here. It's also got, you can actually like open it up. It's got sort of, it's got all the kind of stuff in it and everything. And yeah, all the stuff right there. Yeah, very nice. And same on the other side as well. Yeah, very, very nice. And it's a really, really cool release of this show. And honestly, guys, I am a huge, huge, huge fan, beyond a huge fan of the Twin Peaks series. I love seasons 1 and 2. And basically, for me, I have the old like DVD, like gold box edition, and I love that edition so much. And you know, I never saw it when it originally came out because I was a little kid, unfortunately. Years later, I saw it and I loved it so much. And I was so frustrated because once I got to the end of season 2 and the whole thing with Cooper and the Black Lodge, I was like, oh man, I'm never going to get any resolution to this. It was so good. And I was so shocked when they announced that it was coming back. And I didn't want to get Showtime at that point just for one show, and so I decided to wait and finally watch it when it hit on Blu-ray. And guys, this is a trippy season. This is a really trippy season. All of the episodes are directed by David Lynch, and it's so bizarre and trippy. And you know, you get Dale Cooper, but Dale Cooper is also playing another version of himself. And he's also playing a version that comes from the Black Lodge. And he's in search of Laura Palmer. And he's in search of all these answers that are going on. And trying to figure out the secrets of the Black Lodge. And it's so really interesting and bizarre and weird, but honestly, that's what Twin Peaks is about, right? Twin Peaks is about the weird and bizarre and sort of the unexplainable. And do you get answers? Yeah, you do get some answers, but you get a lot more questions too. But that's the way that Twin Peaks works. It's just great, great television. And do I think we're going to get a season four? I don't. I don't think this did very well for Showtime. I don't think it did as well as they wanted it to. So honestly, I don't think we're going to get a season four, but I'm just happy that we got a season three. I was never in my life ever thinking that I was going to ever see a season three of Twin Peaks, all directed by David Lynch. And the fact that we have it, the fact that I have it in my hands right now, is awesome. I am so happy to own this. I'm so happy to have this. And the fact that I'm able to watch these weird episodes of this show and to know that, you know, that at least I have 3 seasons of this show is perfect. Look, Twin Peaks came out before X-Files, before Lost, before all these other shows that sort of aped on sort of the weirdness and the bizarreness of what Twin Peaks accomplished. And it was always unique, it was always original, and Twin Peaks is just gonna stay that way. This is such an amazing series, and these 18 episodes are absolutely confusing and just out there, and I loved every minute of it. I really did. And this comes with so many great special features, guys. It comes with basically a bunch of making ofs, interviews, deleted scenes. It's such a great release, and the only downside to this release is basically the cardboard sleeves. The cardboard sleeves do have a tendency to scratch the discs, and that's the only downside to this release. I kind of wish they didn't have it in that packaging, but I'm not gonna knock it down too bad, because if you're able to take care of the discs pretty well, and I am, then you're not going to have a lot of damage to them. But it's such wonderful packaging regardless that I'm able to go with it. So yeah, this is a must own if you're a fan of Twin Peaks. Yes, Twin Peaks, the limited event series. Definitely pick it up when you get the chance. And the next release I got was another Lucio Fulci film, and in the October pickups I picked up The Devil's Honey, and then in November I picked up Don't Torture a Duckling. And I thought, what other Lucio Fulci films haven't I seen and want to give a chance to? And this one was the next one on the list that I really was interested in, and that was A Lizard in a Woman's Skin. Right there. Wonderful. Yeah, cover there. I like the cover a lot. And basically, this movie is another sort of giallo film by Lucio Fulci. Basically, it's about this woman who is having sort of these nightmares and dreams about killing this woman. And sort of a little later on, the woman is dead, and they blame the woman who's having all the dreams, and they have to figure out, did this woman really do it, or is someone else behind this? What's really going on, and who's really to blame for the death? It's a great movie, a lot of great twists and turns, and the acting is phenomenal. And this is sort of a movie much like Don't Torture a Duckling, where you don't really know what's going on until the final moments of the film. You think you know what's going on, you think you have an idea of it, and then everything just turns on its head completely. And it's such a wonderful film to watch. And, just to prepare you guys, there is a lot of nudity in the movie, and blood and gore, so just know that going in. But if you're a fan of Italian cinema, if you're a fan of Lucio Fulci like I am, and I have really become a big fan of Lucio Fulci over the years, this is a great, great film to watch. And not as well known as some of his other ones like Zombie or The Beyond, but I think it's equally as good, if not actually better, to be honest with you. And this comes with a really great set of extras. Interview with the writer, interview with one of the actors, an audio commentary, also a documentary on the making of the film, brand new HD transfer. Mondo Macabra did a really great job on this, and I've never really picked up a Mondo Macabra title before. This is the first one that I've ever picked up, and they did a fantastic job with this release. I'll definitely be picking up more stuff from them in the future. But yeah, this is a great, great release. Definitely check this Lucio Fulci Giallo classic out if you ever get the chance. A Lizard in a Woman's Skin. And the next title, I loved this movie so much, and when it finally went down recently on Amazon, I had to go and pick it up, and that is the Hitman's Bodyguard. A nice, wonderful slip there, cover. And honestly, guys, this is a really great movie. You know, when I did the movie review with Bob, probably, you know, in the summer when the movie came out, we liked it, but we weren't in love with it. But the more I thought about this movie, the more I loved it every single time I thought about it. And rewatching the movie again, I loved it even more. And I love the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Samuel Jackson. And basically, Samuel Jackson is playing this guy who's an assassin who is going to testify against this sort of dictator type of guy played by Gary Oldman, and basically his transport on the way to the courthouse is compromised, and Ryan Reynolds is tasked to protect him and take him to the courthouse, and just the hilarity sort of ensues from there. This is such a cool movie. The action is really cool. It's funny as hell. And I'll tell you something. I've said it before. Play a drinking game with this movie. Anytime one of the characters says fuck or motherfucker or anything like that, take a shot. And you guys, guaranteed, no doubt, by halfway into the movie, will be drunk as shit. Really. You will be on the ground, basically passed out. The language in this film is really, really heavy, so just know that going in. But like I said, it's such a great movie, and Ryan Reynolds right now is such on a hot streak at the moment. Yeah, he can really do no wrong right now, and Samuel Jackson is just the king of sort of, you know, those type of, you know, motherfucker lines and everything. He's great. Yeah, it's a great little movie to watch. Cool action in it, and you know, I picked it up for around $14.99, the Blu-ray. It was a great price. I couldn't pass it up, guys. And this has got some great special features. It's got a featurette on the action, a director's commentary, deleted scenes, outtakes, extended scenes, alternate scenes, other featurettes to it. It's such a fantastic release. Definitely pick it up. The Hitman's Bodyguard. A very good title. And last but certainly not least, my final pickup for 2017, and that is the 4K Ultra HD edition of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. And this movie, guys, is an action classic. It basically, when it got released in, I believe, 1991 it was, became, you know, an event movie. Everybody had to watch it. It reinvented the way that action movies were made. Big special effects movies, everything. It it practically reinvented the genre almost. And James Cameron did an amazing job with this movie. Arnold brought his A game. Linda Hamilton, Edward Furlong, everybody did an amazing job. Robert Patrick, they're all fantastic in the movie. And this movie has been released to hell and back, guys. Really, it has. A ton of times on DVD, a ton of times on Blu-ray. And this is the first time that it's hit on 4K. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you guys. The picture quality is just okay. I think that it's very waxy looking. It's very waxy, and unfortunately, I don't think they did the best job 4K restoration on this movie. I don't think they did. Like I said, some of the colors are leaning a little green at times. It's not a terrible picture. I think it's better than I think we've ever seen it before. But if you're somebody like me that likes a lot of like fine film grain in your picture a little bit, this doesn't have it. So it's not the best that it could be. And I think down the line we may see another 4K release of this title. But I think for the time being, I think this is the best release that we could possibly get of it. And I do think it's actually probably the best it's looked probably in a very long time. And honestly, the special features on here are fantastic. You get a new documentary, 55 minutes, with exclusive interviews with Arnold and James Cameron, Edward Furlong, and more. You get deleted scenes, 2 feature commentaries, the old making of T2. You get 2 different versions of the film. That includes the extended cut as well. Trailers. Yeah, there's a lot of great stuff on this release, and it's a really amazing, amazing film. And, you know, for the time being, I'm happy to have it on 4K, guys. I really am. I think this is going to be one of the top-notch releases of the year, at least I think so. And, yeah, it's kind of nice for it to be the final release that I pick up. I didn't think I was going to get it on time, because I know some people's orders through Amazon have been running a little late, so I was happy to get it on time to show you guys. But yeah, I'm definitely loving this movie, and the release is really cool. As you can see, the really cool cover as well on this. And yeah, with that, that is the final release for me of 2017, and the final batch of Blu-rays and 4K that I picked up for the month of December. And not a bad haul that I picked up. And I'm definitely looking forward to all the releases that are coming in 2018. A lot of cool stuff has already been announced, and I cannot wait for a lot of that stuff to be released. And a lot of cool stuff coming out in January. A lot of cool Blu-ray and 4K releases. And I definitely am planning to pick up a lot of great stuff that I can't wait to show you guys when I do the next Blu-ray pickups video. But that'll do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoyed this video, and check the other content that I have on the channel. Check out the other Blu-ray pickup videos, check out the movie reviews, check out the Blu-ray and DVD out and about videos, the Netflix movie reviews. And if you like what you see and are a lover of movies like myself, subscribe and become part of the Film Fan Nation. We are growing all the time. Movie lovers like myself come together, and I love to discuss movies with you guys. I love to show you the physical media and talk about movies. And I hope you guys love movies and film just as much as I do. Become part of the Film Fan Nation, and let's grow this community even more. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter, FilmFan108, so check me out there as well. Alright guys, I will see you next time for a brand new Blu-ray pickup video. Until then, hope you guys have a wonderful new year, and I will talk to you later. Take care, guys.